Weight of my sword. Upon his return from the abyss, the commander is met with a new development. The souls stolen from a number of Mendevians in a devious plot have been tracked down in the world wound, and they can still be retrieved. In the long, arduous war against the demons, this episode is hardly noteworthy. Just another grief endured, another loss borne, another moment spent hoping for salvation. But for the paladin Sealer, this story means something much, much more. Go to Gravestone Rock with Sealer. The priestess Arsino has found where the souls are being kept. It is a cave under a cliff in the southern world wound, on the edge of the winged wood. But even the faithful servant of Abadar could glean no details about the location from her vision. The knight Elan has gone on ahead to do reconnaissance, and the commander and Sealer must join him at the destination. The Jenna, the convicted deserter, has expressed a desire to join her friends and go after the stolen souls. We are finally here. This whole time I've been so worried. I just can't stop thinking about the stolen souls. Greetings, Commander. He's calm and composed. I kept watch just like you instructed. They're definitely keeping the trapped souls here. I've seen the jewelry myself, but the place is well guarded. We'll have to fight our way inside. Yeah, and it won't just be a small skirmish. It seems like all the surviving cultists fled here from the wound after they lost in Kinabadis and Dresden. Jenna stands next to Elan and tries to look confident. You can tell that she wants to prove herself. She's doing her best to regain everyone's trust. What is this place? What are we up against? It looks like this place belongs to those Baphomet creeps. Celia points to a few familiar symbols. I knew it. I knew this one was one of their schemes. It was too elaborate to be the Discarites. But it looks like we are up against cultists, demons, the usual. By the way, I spent some time upgrading this boy, and oddly enough, he was able to choose an Azator path. There's one more thing I should mention. Derek Sunhammer is here. I saw him at the entrance to the cave. He had the trapped souls with him, or rather the jewelry that contains the trapped souls. He was looking at the different pieces, holding their gemstones up to the light. I think he was admiring his handiwork. It's safe to assume that he's a significant figure within the cult, and that means he'll probably be a formidable opponent. We will find the stolen souls, and we'll give those cultists a good thrashing. We'll make those assholes pay for what they have done. I guess we'll start here and guard the entrance, so that you don't get stabbed in the back. But if you need help, we'll be there straight away. You bet we will. I will never desert my friends again. For the League of the Inspiring Cart, I'm so happy that you are both here. We will save the day together.
I'm gone.
Let's have some fun.
But how will they know I've arrived?
There's something here. I'm always ready. Interesting. Ha! A trivial task. That was easy. We do it my way.
But how will
There's
they
something
know I've
here.
arrived?
I am never
I
wrong.
won't let you hurt my friends.
A trivial task.
Done with you.
Follow if you dare.
But how will they know I've arrived? Oh, quiet now. But how will they know I've arrived?
I sense something.
Master Darek, Looks just as friendly and polite as he did on the day he welcomed you into his jewelry shop in Dresden. His attire is still rich and exquisite, but it now features a gem-encrusted symbol of Baphomet. A grotesque shadow hovers beside him, a demon, perhaps the same one that stole the jewelry at Ilan's wedding. Ah, the victorious commander and his valiant companion. You have a dragon? Ah! I was so certain that you had been swallowed up by the abyss. Oh well, life is full of disappointments. Cultists are so talkative these days. Why don't we skip the heart-to-heart and get down to business? Mythic Greater Kalavaku's Marauder. The demon and Master Dark's side laughs nestily. Why, valiant paladin, don't you want to know who you've really been dealing with this whole time? He's not just a cultist or a demon worshipper. You're talking to the Grand Master of the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth. Well, I am the person who killed Baphomet. You did not kill him, not permanently. No, you defeated him once. It's a remarkable achievement, of course, but if you were expecting me to be impressed or intimidated, I am afraid I shall have to disappoint you. I do not mourn my master's temporary demise. His defeat is nothing more than a setback. We may be forced to retreat, but like the tide, we will always return. However, even the permanent death of Lord Baphomet would not sway me from my beliefs. Do you know why the abyss is so beautiful? It spawns new beasts to replace the old. It sustains itself in an endless cycle, the unchanging sum of chaos and evil. It will never cease to exist. His voice is a mixture of zeal and admiration. If Lord Baphomet meets his end, I will simply find myself a new master. I have some questions for you, Grand Master. You can ask whatever you like, and I might even answer, but you don't need to address me by my title. Though it sounds formidable, it is purely honorary and places no obligation upon me, which suits me perfectly. So you were the one who led the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth into battle? You might find this surprising, but no. That was not my role. The dwarf speaks with a surprising candor. Demon generals like Jarbeth and Minago have rendered my services unnecessary. They are the ones who lead the troops in the Gold Wound. I realized that I could not compete with them, so I moved away from military operations and began to focus on my own intrigues, and it is thanks to those schemes that our paths have collided. Why were you stealing souls? Isn't the answer obvious? I wanted to spread terror throughout the city, and I could use the souls as leverage to coerce people into doing my bidding. I spent years developing a reputation amongst Mendavian high society. Everyone knew who I was, and my work was in high demand. Then, slowly, with almost surgical precision, I distributed the demonic jewelry. I knew when to sell someone a useless bauble and when to give someone something special. And then I ordered the demons to act. All of the jewelry had gemstones that were designed to ensnare souls. I told the demons to capture the souls of the jewelry's owners and bring them to me. All across Mendev, dozens of mortals were suddenly trapped. All of their friends and loved ones were left alone with their grief. They held the lifeless bodies of their children or their beloved and clung to the hope that maybe, someday, there would be a way to bring them back. And that's when I struck. I threatened, I coerced, I offered hope. I did everything I could to tear down your crusade from the inside. If you had stayed in the abyss a little while longer, even a couple of months would have sufficed. You would have had an altogether different welcome waiting for you. You would have returned to find Mendev engulfed in civil war. I've met all kinds of monsters, but none of them have been this full of themselves. Oh, brave, brave paladin. Master Darek's voice is kind, almost sympathetic. You know so little of this world and understand even less. Who is that demon standing next to you? The demon cackles gleefully. The people that wrote this game also like the word cackle. You don't know me, but I know you. We've met several times, except I was controlling the body of your friend, the nimble but empty-headed Curl. How did Sealer, Curl, and the others get involved in all of this? It was all the result of a rather absurd series of coincidences. It started when a certain knight, burning with love and passion, came to buy a ring for his bride-to-be. He was willing to pay quite an exorbitant sum. No, now I don't normally waste my time with mundane, ordinary folk. However, his ardor and the strength of his love, along with the fact that he was one of Iomedes' nauseatingly righteous lackeys, made him irresistible, so I decided to craft him a ring with a demon inside. I took great pleasure in the thought that someday he would realize he had given a deadly gift to the person he loved most. He would have to live with the knowledge that he had doomed his beloved to a terrible fate. Well, thank you for the valuable life lesson. I can assure you that this nauseatingly righteous knight has taken it to his heart. I thought you were a monster of intrigue, and a master, cold-blooded and cunning, but you're not clever or cunning, you're just cruel. There's nothing special about your schemes, they're just an excuse to hurt people. The more you talk, the more I want to kill you. Every word you say brings you closer to your inevitable demise. But I haven't even told you the best part, brave paladin. The most ridiculous coincidence of all was the halfling Curl. Did you know my Templars recruited him? He's been our informant for a long time. You are lying. Not at all. The condemned provide an endless supply of recruits. They're an easy target. What they lack in quality they make up for in quantity. We recruited Curl when we were preparing for the attack on Canablis. If it's any consolation, the fool quickly grew disenchanted with Baphomet's cause. He refused to spy for us, but we gave him a good scare and he gave up. We barely had to torture him at all. He continued to spy for us, but he dreamed of escape. He clung to the hope that someday he could run away, not just from us, but from the Crusades as well. He wanted to go far, far away where no one would ever find him. And then, one day, by complete chance, he found out about the ring that Master Darek gave to the foolish knight Elan. The ring I was hidden in, the demon chuckles maliciously, and the idiot thought it was some priceless artifact. He thought that if he stole it, he could sell it and use the money to start a new life elsewhere. He went to the deserted camp, grabbed the ring, and gave me his lovely agile body, as well as the chance to have a good laugh. It was so amusing to pit the valiant paladin against her brave knight friend. Give us back the souls, and I will let you go. Oh, no. I don't think I will. I won't let all my hard work go to waste. I'll take my chances against you, Commander. The odds may be less than ideal, but it's a risk worth taking. Look at your friends, brave Paladin. Look at the Commander, the Crusade's greatest hope. You have led them all to their deaths. Well, that's a bit ridiculous, dude. You're alone as a succubus or whatever, a Lilith and a normal demon. We killed a demon lord, and you're just like, oh, I have a chance. No, you don't. The odds are 16 sextillion to 0. So they're not in your favor, friend. Even though technically we should make it to 1. Otherwise, someone will come in and say, if it's to 0... then the rest will also equal 0 because, doesn't matter.
I will defend my dream.
But how will they know I've arrived? I found something.
Master Darek Sunhammer is gravely wounded, but he does not lose his composure. He remains calm and dignified in the face of death. It seems that I have made a mistake. I should not have fought you. Still, I do not regret taking the risk. He turns to Sealer, and there's a malevolent gleam in his eyes. You may have the commander by your side, but look at yourself, Paladin. Look at those you've taken under your wing. Darek's mouth twists in an unpleasant smile. Your friends are a thief, a coward, and a stubborn oaf. You couldn't unite them or inspire them to great deeds. On the contrary, you made everything worse. Yet here you are now, blaming me for everything that's happened as if it is all my fault. Somehow, I'm responsible for all your woes. My evil plans and schemes have ruined your lives. You believe that if you can just rid the world of evil people like me, it will become a paradise. Life will be fair and just, and everyone will be joined together in the bonds of friendship. He bursts into wheezing laughter and then falls silent forever. Sealer stares at Darek's lifeless body. She's breathing heavily, but you can't tell if it's from the intensity of the battle or if she's still simply overwhelmed with emotion. Is it over? Have we removed the evil? Why, that cultist scum, even on death's door, you're still spewing venom. Jenna pauses as if she's had a sudden revelation. Wait, we won, right? We have completed our mission? Her eyes light up with excitement and an incredulous smile spreads across her lips. It doesn't matter, he tried to poison our souls, but his words mean nothing. He has lost. Commander, Sealer, I spoke harshly to you before. I said things that I regret, but I should have never have doubted you. This victory would not have been possible without your help. Sealer listens to all of this in silence. Then she turns to you and there's a question in her eyes. Don't pay any attention to him. He is a cultist. Why would you believe a word he says? Yes, you are right. We will discuss this later. Celia picks up the bowl of jewelry, and pours the contents into a pouch. Inside the bag, the gemstones gleam ominously. We have the souls. I'll keep them with me until we reach Dresden. Let's go, Mograine. I don't want to stay here any longer. Jewel's notes. Chalcedony is a gem that is often overlooked. Its color evokes the pale blue hues of deep snow, much like the warm yellow glint of ember brings to mind the fiery leaves of autumn. A skilled jeweler understands the seasonal qualities of those colors, but does not shy away from rearranging them. Why not start the year with winter and then move to autumn? And why shouldn't autumn flow into spring? Summer can be the last season, the one that reverses the flow of time. Okay. Light hammer, red gem, blah, jewelry, ring, blah. Okay. Amulet, oh, coins, nice. What else do we have? More loot, nice. What's that? Sling stuff. Please don't destroy the chest. Okay. That's it, apparently. So let's return, see what's on the left side. And then we're going to return to Dresden and end this quest.
Something is not right here.
I'll take care of it. I'm off. That was easy. A trivial task.
That's mildly interesting. What's the meaning of this? Where do I get that gem? Okay. So apparently there's a riddle. Oh wait, right. The piece of what do we have? Okay, so this dude wants us start with winter first, and then move to autumn, and then move, winter more, and then third is spring, and summer can be the last season. Summer is 4. Now we just have to decide which color represents what. So I'd say green represents spring. So green is third. Summer, now blue should be winter. Winter should be blue. Now's the question. I guess. I mean, we have yellow, goldish, and reddish. So what is summer and what is autumn? I mean, autumn, golden leaf. This should be autumn. I'm going to do a slash. I'm going to say gold and summer / red. And maybe we're going to... Okay, so let's try it out first. First winter blue. Followed by autumn gold. Followed by spring green. And then comes summer red. And that didn't work. Oh! Oh, that did work! Haha!
Interesting.
What's that? If you're reading this note, I must be dead. Oh, Darek Sunhammer! And even in death, I have lured you into my trap. Greed is a sure path to the grave. Wait, what? Oh. Uh-oh. How terrible, a demon. What am I supposed to do? Okay, what's this? The mechanism of the rotating wall grinds heavily if you press on it. It looks like it's jammed. Okay. What else do we... Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Loot. Do we have anything else here? No. And what is that? Mirror has no magic aura, but it obviously hangs here for some reason. Well, that's a bit odd. It appears as if there was more to it, but I can interact with nothing, so I guess that's it.
I'm gone.
Why were I? But how will they know I were alive?
Okay, and we're going to return to... Oh. Cover skip a day. Let's see if we have anything in the Crusade Management. Event. Approach of Hammerton's army. Scouts have sighted an army under the command of Captain Hammerton, a conspirator and traitor. It will soon be arriving in Dresden. The military council has summoned the commander to an urgent meeting. Oh dear. Economy. Raid on the succubus. I don't need that. Blah. Okay, nothing else. So we can return to Dresden. Hello? Oh, I thought it was Buggy. Celia sits quietly with her hands clasped together. She sighs softly and there's a faraway look in her eyes. You can see from her troubled expression that something's bothering her. Well, there you are, Morgraine. I'm just here, you know, waiting. Arsino is going to unite the souls and the bodies just a little longer and we can put all of this behind us. She falls silent and looks down at her hands despondently. How long will we have to wait? Not long. Arsino is just taking a few precautions. She wants to make sure everything goes smoothly when the souls return to their bodies. She'll call us when everything is ready. What's bothering you? Ugh. Where do I even start? There's a lot on my mind. But hey, Morgraine, there's something I have to ask. All of these souls will be returned to their bodies soon. And that means Curl will be free. But what if it's confirmed that he really did work with the cultists? What will you do to him? I'd like to hear his side of the story before I make a decision. No. He bears some of the blame for what happened, but if others were pressuring him, if he acted out of fear for his life, then he deserves to be shown leniency. No. I will not rush. No. Traitors do not deserve... He bears some... Yeah. Okay. Cecilia nods. Her face is unreadable. Then let me ask you something else. How do you feel about me and the part I played in all of this? I've talked everyone into going to the Houndheart camp to get the ring. I protected Curl from Elan's blade and saved his life. I'm the reason he, rather the demon that took his body, got away. It's my fault that we didn't find out about the jewelry being dangerous. We could have prevented the theft of so many other souls if it hadn't been for me. When we were in the Molten Scar, Jenna told me that I was the reason she deserted. She said that I had pushed her to play the hero, to take on challenges she wasn't prepared to face, and that's why she fled in panic. Yet in the end, she found the strength to change. She didn't break. She became a better person. To be honest, I have never seen her more proud and confident than when we defeated Sunhammer. I'm just glad I managed to remain friends with Elan. We were able to help him and Kiana, even though they were tangled up in the schemes of those demon-worshipping cultists. I guess everything's turned out alright. We'll get the souls back, everyone will come back to life, and we'll put all of this behind us. When I took my oath as a paladin, I swore to guard the honor of my fellows, have faith in them, and learn the weight of my sword, and I've done those things, so maybe I should stop worrying about what Sunhammer told me before his death. He was just being spiteful, right? His words were full of poison, not truth. Celia falls silent, and then she turns to you. So, what is the weight of my sword? Only idiots think they are infallible. I may not be the smartest person in the room, but I hope I have at least some measure of self-awareness. I need to reflect on everything I've done, on what kind of person I have become. Lawful. Place scene Arsenal 6. Selak Temples. Okay. Moderate ending. Interesting. The world isn't black and white, Sealer. You don't always make the right decisions, but we all make mistakes. That's part of life. Great. Now I'm even more conflicted, but maybe that's for the best. I suppose a paladin should have doubts. When you question your actions and decisions, it's like checking a map to make sure you haven't lost your way. Greetings, Commander. I'm glad you are here. We are ready to return the stolen souls to their bodies and bring these poor people back to life. We will need to help them get over their initial shock, and your presence will undoubtedly help ease their transition. First, however, I need your companion. Sealer, everyone is waiting for you. Me? Why? Sealer gets to her feet. Because we want you to set the souls free. We all agreed that you should be the one to do it. After all, you saved these people. You should be the one to bring them back to life. You're confusing me with someone else. I'm Sealer, the blockheaded paladin. I am no hero. Like I said, it was a collective decision. We all agreed that it should be you. The loved ones of the victims, the Houndhearts, myself. And I'm not going to go back and ask them to find someone else. So stop arguing and let's go. Good days and clear skies. What do you say? Where are we off to today? Wait, what? That's it? No conversation? I'm so glad this story had a happy ending. Everything and everyone is back to normal. That's it? No, Elan and Kiana fall into each other's arms, heedless of everyone else around them. Celia smiles broadly. Come on, let's give them some space. I'm glad that the two of you are alright. Yes, it feels good to be married, Kiana smiles, although I sometimes forget that I'm a married woman, since Elan is always off fighting the crusade. If it weren't for soldiers like me, a lot of families would lose their loved ones. It won't be long before the demons are defeated. I truly believe our victory is near, but for now I must keep on fighting. Well, I just want to say thank you, Commander. Thank you for everything you have done for us. Well, accept your gratitude in the form of strong drinks, but we'll wait to celebrate until after we've defeated the demons. So long, friends. Enjoy this moment of happiness, but don't get too carried away. Yes, we should go. Neither can I see. Okay, we'll accept your gratitude. So that's it? Dog.
We do it my way.
There's no Hound Hearts Night? Well, I guess that's it. Thought there would be a bit more celebration or information, but apparently not. Sealer. Okay, journal. Character. The weight of my sword. The schemes of the shrewd cultist jeweler could not stop Sealer. She succeeded in recovering the stolen souls, and with them seems to have managed to restore peace to her own heart. The whole world lies before the valiant warrior, and nothing will change her desire to make this world just a little bit better. Alright. So next up, the price of loyalty. Damn, I love this artwork. Nicely done. Alrighty. And next up, we're going back to the World Wound to do... ensure that the souls are returned to their bodies. What? We just did that. Why is the quest not finished? Wait, what? Is this buggy? Eh? Ah. You see Curl standing among those who have been rescued. He's looking around awkwardly, shifting from one foot to the other as if he's not sure what to do with himself. When he notices you and Sealer, he pales slightly but takes a step forward. Thank you so much for saving me from the demons. I want to hear your side of the story, but you don't need to tell me the truth. Alright, I'll tell you. I met this guy. Before the attack on Kinopolis, he said he felt sorry for me. We talked about the Condemned and about how awful the Crusaders were to me. He told me that I should make matters into my own hands, that I should be my own master and decide my own fate. When the demons attacked Kinopolis and the city fell into chaos, he found me again. He introduced me to a few of his pals and called himself a Templar of the Ivory Labyrinth. He told me to spy on the Crusaders who were trying to take back the city. I didn't want to help them, but they threatened me. They even cast a spell on me. I don't know what it was, but it felt like torture. I curled up and sobbed like a baby. They told me that the city belonged to them now and that they'd kill me if I didn't cooperate. So I agreed, but I didn't want to. I swear, I really didn't. I wanted to run away. I thought if I could just get some money, I could escape the city. I could go far, far away, somewhere they'd never find me. The Crusaders could deal with those cultists. I just wanted to be free. And that's when I had the idea to steal Elan's ring. It was worth a small fortune, and I needed the money. I didn't want to hurt Elan. I didn't want to hurt any of you, but I didn't know what else to do. So I took the ring and, well, the demon took control. I guess you know the rest. I was stuck in the ring and that scumbag stole my body. Damn it, Curl. You could have told us you were being threatened by cultists. We would have helped. But I wanted freedom, Sealer. Curl sighs sadly. I'll be honest with you. I'm not much of a crusader. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad I met you, Elan and Jenner. I couldn't ask for better friends, but I'm not cut out for war. I don't like fighting demons, and I don't want to die. That's too heavy a sentence for a simple thief. Sealer glances at you and says quietly, he has a point. The punishment should fit the crime. A harsh sentence won't change what's happened, and it won't turn him into a better person. And after everything he's been through. Alignment shift. Condemned Curl for his act of treason. Victims revived. Complete etude. Interesting. Script zone deactivate. Curl dialog script zone. Script zone deactivate. If I let you go, what will you do? You see a flicker of hope in Curl's eyes. Well, you can't bet I'm not going to steal or hobnob with cultists. You can bet. I'll swear it on anything you'd like. I've been thinking about Kenabris. It'll take a long time to rebuild the city, and I'm sure they could use an extra pair of hands. I could be a laborer until I learn an honest trade. He stole, yes, and for that he was condemned to die in a crusade not of his own. And then a demon took over his body. He had to see his friends being slaughtered by his own hands. I think you've been punished enough. I'm granting you a full pardon. You are free to go. Curl looks at you suspiciously. Really? I mean, is that the whole honest truth? Yep, the most honest of truth. Cheer up, lad. It'll all work out for you. I say this as one former thief to hopefully another. The job is done, and that which was stolen has been returned. What is just as important is that the paladin now knows the path she must follow. Perfect.
Follow if you dare.
So we're done here. Berenguer. Oh, I hope you don't stay here long. Are two things I've always hated. Cities and waiting. Alrighty. Until next time.